What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for coming to my channel. If you are new, I'm Jordan. Today we're gonna do another story time video because those are some of the most popular videos on my channel. I haven't done a story video in a while, I think in like a month or something. And whenever I ask you guys on Snapchat what type of videos you want to see, so many of you say story time. So now I'm a mom, as you guys know. My son's gonna be 3. I don't really have too many like crazy stories in my current day-to-day life, but I was remembering the other day something like not really super crazy, but just kind of like a story I can tell you guys that happened when I was 19. I went to a rave with my friend Samantha. We went to like a bunch of raves together like during that time period, and it was just like a crazy story, so I figured I would tell you guys. But yeah, this was way before my son and everything like that, and I was like drinking in this story, so you know, don't be all judgmental, okay? We all go through those times where it's like, what the hell was I thinking type of thing. But yeah, I had been friends with my friend Samantha forever. We're still best friends. I've known her for like 15 years. And we got into this phase where we went to like a bunch of raves for like a 1-year period. We went to so many. We went to EDC, Beyond Wonderland. There was a bunch of them in San Diego and LA. And we were just like in that rave phase, I guess. We were like learning the rave dances and wearing like all the bracelets. Who knows? Like we thought we were so cool, but whatever. So yeah, I was 19 and I was dating this guy like on and off. I really liked him so much. I thought I had like fell in love with him. You know, when you're younger and you feel all those feelings, like all the feels. So yeah, I really liked this guy. He was planning on coming to this rave with us, and also his roommate was gonna come, and then me and my friend Samantha, and then there was like 4 or 5 other people who we knew who were gonna meet us there. So it was gonna be like a big group of 10 of us. So I remember for that week, like leading up to us going, he was acting like really distant with me. I would usually stay the night over at his house like all the time at his apartment, and he like wasn't asking me to stay the night. He was just being like really distant. And I remember just kind of being like, what the fuck? Like, I'm in love with you. Like, why aren't we hanging out type of thing. I just remember it was like a point where our relationship was like really rocky. And then the day before the rave, he goes, oh, I can't go. And I was like, what? And I remember, I think like a month before it was his birthday, and I had bought him a ticket to this rave as his birthday gift, and it wasn't cheap. These raves were like, I don't know, 80 bucks or something per person, plus we were gonna have to pay for gas, and we knew we were gonna get drinks and stuff. And when you're 19, like that's a lot of money. So I remember being like, okay. And I asked him if we could use the ticket for another friend, and he said no. And I was thinking like, why? Like, I didn't want to like pry. I was trying to be like really nice to this guy and like stay on his good side because I really liked him, and I wasn't gonna be like, oh, give me the ticket back, like so rude, you know? But I was like, what the hell is this dude gonna do with the ticket if he ain't going with us, you know? So I was like, okay, whatever. So my friend Samantha picked me up for the rave. We had like these cute little rave outfits. I will try to insert a picture because I don't know what I was thinking. I literally wore like a bra and then like these little booty shorts and then like a lingerie piece over. I remember posting pictures after going to this rave on Facebook and my mom and dad commenting, being like, bitch, what were you wearing? I don't know if I even told them I was going to the rave back then because my mom freaks out over everything. She would have been like, you're not going, no. So anyways, I was like up and down, really rocky with this guy, and I remember the day came for the rave and I kind of didn't want to go. I was like in a bad mood because I knew everyone was going to be with their boyfriend and girlfriend there and he wasn't going with me, and I was just sad. So what do? I was like, let's take some shots. I don't want to feel these feelings, like, you know, let's get a little crazy. So my friend Samantha picked me up, and I remember we had raspberry Smirnoff vodka in the car and we had Red Bulls. And we were eating like fast food. It was like not a good day. Like, talk about if it fits your macros. Like, nope, everything was thrown out the window. We just ate total shit that day. She was like nudging me on. She was like, girl, be in a good mood. We're gonna go, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have like a girl's day. So I was like, okay. But we also took my boyfriend, whatever he was at the time, we also took his roommate. So Samantha picked me up and we also picked up the roommate. We went to the rave. I remember on the way there, we were just taking shots, going crazy. I definitely got really drunk that night. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't got no excuse. So we were all like pretty drunk. My friend Samantha really didn't get drunk because she's the type where she can have a crazy ass time without drinking. She's the only person I've ever met who can be so funny and so hyper and still get all my jokes and stuff, but she won't be drinking. She'll be like totally sober. But anyways, so she picked me up, whatever. during this time I was still texting this guy. We were still together. He just told me he couldn't go to the rave with me. So I was like, okay. I didn't really pry about why, but it was definitely like awkward. So I was like, okay, whatever. Later on that night, his roommate tried hitting on me, and I was like, dude, you know I'm dating your friend. Like, I've stayed over at your guys' apartment multiple times. Like, why are you trying to get at me right now? Come on. Anyways, we'll get to that later. So we were on the way there. We ended up getting there. We were all really drunk. I remember getting out of her car. She had a Jeep at the time that like, there was a stepping stool into it, like a few inches up. I remember like almost falling out of the car, being so drunk, taking a bunch of pictures. It was really fun, but I think I was just trying to like mask the feelings because I really wanted this guy to go with me and he wasn't there. So yeah, we got there, we waited in line for our tickets. It was just the three of us. And then we were trying to find our group of friends for the longest time, for like an hour or two. If you guys have ever been to any huge like mainstream raves, you know that there's no cell phone service because everyone is trying to be on their phones. It's literally thousands of people. Good luck finding any friends. If you don't drive there with them, these crowds are humongous. There's like no way you're gonna be able to find them. So that was already hard enough of itself. So we were just dancing, having a good time. We met a bunch of new people. We were making like a bunch of bracelets and we were just dancing to like all the DJ sets, which was actually really fun. I shouldn't have gotten super drunk, obviously. Complete mistake. I was young, but I just remember we had a great time. Any of the raves that I went to with this friend, with my friend Samantha for like that year, we always had a great time. We always like dressed up. It was super fun, but still like, you know, deep down, I was like missing this guy who I was dating. I was like, he's supposed to be here with me. So eventually, like 2 hours later, we find our other group of friends. These people lived in LA and they had driven down to the rave. They were just like mutual friends who we knew and we were so excited to meet them. I saw them from behind. They were like dancing like this and like they had their hands in the air and they were like dancing to the DJ sets. So all I could see was two of my friends and then this girl's boyfriend from behind. And I ran up behind them because I was so excited to see them and I was like drunk. I was like, yeah, what's up guys? Oh my God, we found you. Like we've been looking for you for hours. And we were like hugging them and stuff. And then guess what, you guys? Guess who was standing in front of them? Okay, whew. This gets me like fired up even just like talking about it. So there was my friends here, right here, dancing, right? I went up, was so excited to see them, ran up, hugged them. Standing in front of them was this fool who I was dating with another girl. Yep, the girl was standing in front of him. He had his arms around her like this, like they were dancing to the DJ set. You could tell he was effed up. I think he was on like ecstasy or I don't know, whatever it was. This girl was clearly drunk as well. She had like those little nerd glasses on. Girl, if you're watching this, shame on you. I hope you're watching this. Yo man had another girlfriend. So I see the guy that I've been dating with his arms around this other girl. Like I said, they're both like so out of it, but he sees me and he literally has the look on his face of like, oh fuck. Turns back around, does not look at me. Later I found out from the other two friends who were there who I knew that he's been trying to like hit at this girl and get at her or whatever. I don't know. They had probably been sleeping together. She looked a lot younger. At the time, the guy, he's older than me, so I think he was like maybe 23 or something. She totally looked like she was in her teens, like definitely younger. But yeah, they were under the influence of who knows what that night. So I just remember being so mad because I was also drunk. And I was kind of like yelling to one of my other girlfriends who was there like, what the fuck? You guys have been hanging out with them. And like, you knew that I was liking this guy and like, why is he here with her? Who is she? Like, I was so mad. Looking back at it, it was so immature because that dude was not worth it whatsoever. He was a piece of crap. Honestly, he was like a total player. After that, it was so awkward between us. And then like every month or like, I remember a month or two after that incident, he would text me like late at night, like, for the hookup, like, oh, wanna come over, like roll over, or like he would try to get me back, like talking about our memories and feelings and stuff, you know. He would always try to like reel me in after that, but I just remember being so mad that night, showing up to the rave. You're gonna go to this rave with another girl as you're seeing me with a ticket that I bought you for your birthday. Like, how degrading is that? I was like, come on. So I just remember being so happy to see my other friends, but so mad when I found out he was there. And not only there, but like he was supposed to drive there with us. He was supposed to like go out to eat after with us, spend the whole night with us. And he made up excuses all week about why he couldn't go, yet he showed up there with another girl. Like, I don't know. I guess that girl ended up being really important to him because I was friends with him on Facebook, and I guess they ended up dating after. They posted a ton of pictures together, so whatever. I hope you guys were happy or are happy or whatever, because he was literally like not worth it whatsoever. I just remember being so mad. Again, I was drunk. I don't remember exactly what I said or whatever. This was almost 6 years ago at this point. But we were just stoked to have found my other friends. Me and my friend Samantha ended up dancing like right next to him. We just wouldn't even talk to him or look at him, but we wanted to hang out with our other friends who we had been trying to find for hours. So we were all kind of dancing in a group together. I think I just kind of like blocked out the fact that he was even there. Like first when I found out, I was super mad, like cussing. I remember being like, what the actual fuck? Like I'm dating this guy. Apparently he's dating this other girl too. Yeah, I don't know. It was just a really messed up situation. And the fact that the other people were my friends and didn't tell me, I think friends always feel like they're put in a really awkward situation if something like that happens, because they're friends with both parties and they don't want to say anything. But then again, they're not telling you the truth, but they don't know if it's their place. Because I know I've been in that situation before as well, and it's just really awkward. So yeah, I don't blame them or anything. I blame this guy for being a douche. Like if you wanted to date her, you break up with me first, do it properly, but don't show up or tell me you can't go and then show up with someone else with a ticket that I bought you. That's just like a complete slap in the face. So he ended up being literally a total douche. I just remember we had so much fun the rest of that night. Then also later that night, I was with my friend Samantha. She knew some other friends there from high school. We ended up going over to them. They tried to give us ecstasy. I was like, no thank you, no, no, no. I was the type to like drink and take shots and stuff, but if anyone tried to give me any type of drugs, that was like where the line was crossed. I have never done drugs, will never do them. At that point, I was like, They were like handing it to us. I was like, fool, what do you think this is? Like, who do you think I am? No. But I know there's a big portion of the rave crowd who does drugs, and it's like crazy. So be careful if you guys go to raves. I know that it's like a huge craze and a huge phenomenon now. Just be very careful because it's scary. Two of my friends actually ended up taking it, so I did not, thank God, but I was like close to, I guess, or like I didn't know what it was. I was 19 at that time. It was like a tiny little pill they handed me, and I was like, I'm gonna have to inspect this like before I take it. So yeah, that was crazy. And then yeah, I remember we ended up staying till like 1 or 2 in the morning. We had to drive all the way home. The guy who I was like kind of seeing, his roommate ended up staying the night at my house with my friend Samantha. He was so drunk when we got home. He literally tried to sleep with me and sleep with my friend. Like we ended up sleeping in different rooms because he was like creeping on both of us, and I thought he had fallen asleep upstairs, and he walked downstairs, literally went under the covers and cuddled next to me and was like trying to like kiss me or hook up with me, and I was like, no, like you are not my type, number one. Number two, you know that I've been dating your friend. Like how awkward, like that's crossing the line. Who knows? Boys these days. This was so long ago, but still, it's like, be respectful, you know? But I know that we ended up having a great time that night after I got over like my mad phase. Me and my friend Samantha always have a good time together, so we just ended up making the night really fun. And yeah, it was a really good time, except for that guy who was a total douche. I know a bunch of you have probably been in some type of similar situation. I personally love watching storytime videos, like I'm obsessed with them. So leave me any type of story down below that you guys have with boyfriends, or like you found out they were cheating or something crazy, because man, shit's crazy. And thank God I have no more of those like crazy situations now. If something doesn't work out now, I feel like I'm older and more mature to just like walk away or cut it off. But there's no type of like cheating or anything crazy going on these days, because I feel like I can kind of pinpoint from the beginning if that's the type of person they are. I won't associate myself with them. Hello, I got a son to think about. I need to be very careful with who I surround myself with. But yeah, that was a long time ago. I don't know, I just felt like it'd be kind of a cool little story to share with you guys, because a lot of you had requested storytime videos. So yeah, if this is bringing you to my channel, give me a thumbs up for more storytime videos, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Bye!